Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the King and I Life podcast. It's me, Soul Touch It Forward, with my family.
It is I, the Phoenix.
And Son Soul X.
www.kingandilife.com. Go to it, because that's where you're going to get our info.
Yes, sir. And again, you can always reach out to KINGANDEYE369 at gmail.com. Again, that's King and I 369 at gmail.com, where you can send
And of
each
course,
one of us an email.
and of course, we are out here in these social media streets on all of your favorite podcasts. And we are on Amazon. Check us out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm. So, I guess we on to the next one,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Why do some women feel that they don't have to carry their weight when it comes to a relationship? Cook, clean, etc. Make just as much money or decent money, maintain their half of what it takes to make a relationship successful. Um,
Honey, because we're fabulous. Jokes.
do tell.
Jokes.
Oh man,
That's a joke. I don't know. Go ahead. One of you guys take it away. Give me your point of view on it.
Honestly, I think that when it comes down to that, a lot of females, because they've been programmed to think that, they sugar and spice and everything nice. And all the while I was growing up, I never heard I never heard anything about what a boy or a young man was supposed to be.
Snips and snails and puppy dog tails.
Okay, so we can go with that one. But it's kind of like they, to put it in a nutshell, they've been trained to think that every female is a princess. And, that's a good thing. But at the same time, if you're a true princess or not. And if you are not just there yet.
Mm.
I think that if you have the notion that the only thing you got to bring to the table is yourself, then you're highly delusional.
Yeah, well, you got some of us out there that you know. Because
Hey,
I'm not sugar and spice and everything nice. I'm sage and hood, and I wish a mother would.
but as long as
but I'm somebody's princess, though.
I've been juicing. I haven't found one made of gold yet.
No,
If I did, I would probably. Never mind. I'm just gonna say I never seen one made of gold.
You on one of them ice caps and with roller skates, partner. Don't forget yourself over here. Don't let this little podcast get you in trouble.
But the thing about it is, you can't overvalue yourself, especially when you're not able to meet what it is you're saying that you want. I'll just leave it at that.
I think a lot of it comes from feeling like you aren't valued enough. So you amass this huge ego. Because when you feel like you're not enough for somebody, it's devastating. And a lot of women project that, oh, I'm a princess, oh, I'm this, and oh, I'm the baddest, and oh, I'm that. And it's just because they have wrapped that hard shell around that broken girl. And they're trying to make sure that that fragile little doll on the inside doesn't take any more damage. So they have a persona that they put on, and their persona is, you will not hurt me, I won't allow you to, and you will treat me like this because I feel like I deserve to be treated like this. And the crazy thing is, the vicious cycle that it creates is, good girl gets hurt, meets good guy, hurts bad guy, good guy turns to bad guy, hurts good girl, and it just keeps going. It's just a vicious cycle that we find ourselves in society. But most of the females I have encountered with those attitudes is because something has happened in their life where they have felt devalued. So now they exaggerate what their value is because they need to be able to feel good about themselves.
Mm.
I can see that. I really can see that.
Yeah.
My my opinion on that is um they're not being taught these things at a younger age. And one of the reasons is that a lot of relationships that okay, so we grew up in a time where things were a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got older, we were able to really peel back the layers of the onion and see a lot of the messed up stuff that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as those women came to some point in their lives, they started to find their youth again. And unfortunately, some of them had daughters who did not get the proper tutelage or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then those daughters started having daughters young,
All right.
which made younger grandmothers. And these grandmothers are in their late 30s, early 40s, still trying to live their life and look fabulous and all that other stuff. So once they get to the 50s and whatever, they're still young. And then you got their daughters behind them who have lost their childhood, and they got daughters coming up with from behind them who are trying to be grown. And so now you have a whole line of women who have not taught women to be women.
Mm.
So once they find a man that they can leech on, they feel they don't have to do anything, partly because that's how they feel. And another reason is they don't know how because they weren't taught. And and on top of that, you have the men who have vanished from that equation. So is there
Mm-hmm.
is no balance. There's no balance anywhere. There's no men telling their daughters, "Hey, in order to keep a man or get a man or however you want to put it, when a man has a talk with his daughter, when it comes that time, these are the things that men are looking for in a woman, not expect, not deserve, what they're looking for. And at the same time, those men are not being taught what to look for in a woman or how to treat a woman to encourage her to provide certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have women who feel that they don't have to do certain things, and you have men being okay with it, for lack of a better term.
All right.
Those views are considered outdated mostly,
Hmm.
and that's why it's not being done. But also, men are still being taught that they're supposed to be providers, and that's
Mm.
it. Um, I'm not gonna say all men. Most men um, are being taught that, but men in general, because of the way that society looks and is, men have a fundamental understanding that they are providers.
Hmm.
Most men grew up in a home where their mothers either work too much and they don't want the lady that they deal with to have to do that, or they were at home with a mom that didn't work.
True that. Very true.
Um, and the boys that grew up in the homes with the moms who didn't work and saw her struggling, what were their thoughts? I got to get out here in these streets and help my mama.
Hmm.
The boys that seen their mama work two and three jobs to provide, I got to get out here and help my mama.
Hmm.
Boys are fundamentally programmed to help the woman. And that given to the wrong woman breeds the I don't have to do anything but look cute.
Yep.
And it's like, what do you do? Do you teach the boys not to be providers? Or because even though we're saying that the females are not being taught, Just like boys have that fundamental, I need to I need to look out for the woman. Women have that fundamental, okay, he at work, I need to cook something. Okay, he got to go to work, I need to make sure his clothes are clean. Women have forgotten that if they want to be at home, their name is no longer whatever their mama gave them. Their name is now peace and security for that man
Mm.
that leaves this house to give you and provide for you. That's the point we got to get back to. I'm not bashing anybody that want to stay at home. If that's what you want, if that's the lifestyle you seek, have at it, but do it the right way. I don't want to encourage anybody or make anybody feel like it's wrong to want to be a homemaker. It's
Right.
not. But if you're going to do it the right way. And that's my two wooden nickels. I know y'all been missing that.
Oh Lord, have
Preach
mercy.
on, preach on, preach on.
Oh Lord. Mm.
Give me a shirt that says that. It's my two
I
wooden
know,
nickels.
right? Mm.
I want to say
Mm.
for a relationship nowadays, it comes back down to communication. We as men aren't taught how to express ourselves in a way that a woman can relate to. And what I'm referring to is what we are requiring or needing in a mate. It's kind of like, again, and I hate to go back to the list thing, but if you don't even know what you want in a woman, then it starts off with you as the man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you truly going to be the man in your relationship, you have to know what it is that you want. Here's my list of requirements, and vice versa for a female. We've gotten so far away from being able to communicate with each other what it is that we need that it's kind of like we rather go at each other's throat than to simply say
Mm-hmm.
what it is that we are requiring from each other.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to put it this way, but it's almost like we've gotten away from training the opposite sex of what it is that we need from each other. It's crazy to me when I think about all of the different groups, meaning men groups and female groups, where they rather go at each other's throat than to try to work it out or come to some type of agreement. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
respect your views, I respect your values. That don't mean I have to agree with them, but I still respect them because that's your view.
That's the point. When you don't agree with somebody's views, it's taken personal,
Right.
and it's turned into a slight against me. So now I have to defend myself. It's like you're personally attacking them because you don't agree with their point of view. Craziest thing to me.
Yep. So I just think
Yeah.
that, and I hate to say we got to get back to that, but for the lack of a better, term, that's what's needed right now. We got to get back to a place where we can communicate with each other as men and as women and other.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is key to all situations.
Yes,
But I'll leave it at
that's
that.
what it is. I think you're going to hear that on this podcast a lot, people. We are firm believers in communication. Rules the
All
nation.
right.
Mm.
Yes, indeedy.
And that's going to lead us to.
So, what guys do women have to help or hinder their perceptions? No one want to jump in on that one.
Um. Uh. You
Well,
know, they have. Okay, what hinders them? I would say improper upbringing would be the biggest thing to me. Um, without that, because Sunso, like you said, men and women training each other or something like that. Um, in my opinion, I should not have to train a woman, and a woman should not have to train me. If I value that woman or myself, if I've lacked certain things growing up, I should on my own assess what I'm looking for, what I want, what I'm able to give or provide,
Right.
where I want to go, and find someone who is in that same place so that we can grow together in tandem. I shouldn't be like, all right, well, I need to pull you up to this point in order for me to whatever case may be. And she shouldn't have to do the same for me. Or I shouldn't have to pull her down to my level and be like, hey, this is where we at. And she shouldn't have to do the same to me. So I think upbringing is what hinders and also helps a lot of people, but it depends on the environment that that person is from.
I don't completely agree. Um, just simply because I think it's mindset. Um, I really think it's mindset because you have so many gorgeous flowers that come out of terrible environments, and they had no role models, and the only thing they saw was negative, and they decided, I know what I'm not gonna be, and that's what I'm not gonna be.
Hmm.
Um, so even though your upbringing might not be on par, I think your mindset should be, I know what unhealthy relationships are, and I don't want that because I've watched that my whole life. So let me figure out how to have a healthy um, relationship. I think that those that think like that, they do the work to get that. And then I think those that are like, this is what I know, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do nothing different. This is where I'm from. This me. I'm I'm area code 808 to the day I die. I don't know if that's a real area code. If it is, no offense, but just
Oh my
saying.
god.
I just feel like it's more mindset over environment and
Mm.
upbringing.
I mean,
But it
that's
has,
pretty much what I
but
was saying.
yeah, but environment plays a part because again, it goes back to that negativity. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
I
so
mean,
deeply
yeah,
embedded in you, you can't shake it.
I mean, yeah, but that's pretty much what I was saying. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't have that in the that nurturing, but at the same time, it's like if you know what you want, then that's what you should strive to be and strive to
Hmm.
have by your side. You shouldn't you shouldn't be out here settling for less when you can strive for more.
Right.
Just to be put it short.
Correct, son.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, again, it goes back to some of your training, you're going to have to train yourself again. So
Hmm.
self education is a great thing, especially when it comes down to, again, relationships. Like Phineas was saying, um, when you're looking for a mate, you should have an idea of what it is you're looking for, and don't be looking for the damn TV. Saying the TV, this is, I just want that man driving that Bentley and you know
Hmm.
Right.
making that $1 million and all that, and damn well where on that platform or in that league,
Hmm.
you have to know what it is that you want. And again, I'm not saying you got to be a freaking genius at it, but
No.
again, when you come from an environment and you know exactly what you don't want, that's a lead indicator of pushing you in the right direction to figure out what it is you do want.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's about sums that up. I mean, at the end of the day, each one of us is in control of our own lives and destiny. And if you want more, you'll strive for more. If you okay being where you at, then that's where you're gonna stay.
Okay, I'll
I
say
don't I don't see why anybody would, but hey, whatever works for that individual.
I just feel like the ones that don't want better are just afraid of their own light. They're afraid of their own potential.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's nobody to give them that proverbial kick in the ass.
Correct.
Or if they are there to give them that kicking ass, they're too stubborn to accept it as love, and they take it as a
My
way that
parents
they
ruined my life.
right like what are you talking about?
My
Oh
parents
man.
forced me to graduate high school. They ruined my life. What?
Mm.
It's everybody's fault but
Oh
theirs.
my.
Of course.
Right.
There goes that favorite word that I have, accountability, which I think is one of the biggest um, things that is overlooked in life relationships, period. Friendships, romantic relationships, work job, boss, whatever. Accountability. I see very few people that hold themselves accountable for what's going on with them. I hear so
Mm-hmm.
many people, well, if it wasn't for so and so, well, she did this to me or he did that to me, and I'm like this because of this. No, you're like that because that's who the heck you being. You're choosing to
Mm-hmm.
be like. You can't keep using what you went through or oh, none of that. At the end of the day, you're responsible for you, and you need to hold yourself accountable. I hold me accountable.
Yep.
Um, I was in a bad relationship. I was in a bad relationship because I chose to stay in a bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
People can only do to you what you allow them to do.
So
Pretty
Um,
much
true.
that's about it.
I'm accountable 100% for Kimberly, Phoenix. You have to get that out of there. I am 100% accountable for Phoenix. And that being said, what I expect, um, and I think it should be everyone sit down and look at your list of what you want, and then look at what you've already acquired within yourself. If you haven't acquired half of that list, then don't you open your mouth and ask for half of that list. You
All right.
say, "This is where I am, but this is where I would like to be."
Mm.
Solid
And if
advice.
Yes,
you are
indeed.
if you are willing to ride with me to get to there, we can do something. Now, I'm not saying let this dude with three flat tires come and pull you in the car with him, because y'all not getting nowhere.
Right.
And vice versa. I'm saying everybody need to have some air in their tires, whether it's low or not. Everybody needs some air in their tires.
Mm-hmm.
We
Ain't
might
no
we
riding on the rims.
Yeah, no, we ain't riding rims. Just, hold yourself accountable, line yourself up with your star player, and then go win the ball game. It's
Yep.
that easy. Uh, all these unrealistic expectations. Oh, he need to have this. He need to, and men, y'all ain't no dude. Oh, she need to be body like Beyonce, hair like Becky.
Mm.
You know,
Oh my God! Stop, please, man.
we-
Whew, that hair like Becky thing is just oh my! I can't take it.
I'm just saying, men come with
Mm.
some ridiculous requests too. I
Mm.
want her to have, I hear so many men. I need her to be established. I need her to have a
Mm.
career. I need her to have this many figures. I need her to have no kids or grown kids. And I need her to. The list thing is ridiculous on both ends. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that people
Yeah.
got to have realistic lists. Like, come on, you know that your ass running around here in a damn Nissan Altima,
Mm.
and you want somebody with a damn Ferrari. Come on, now. Come on.
For you to
Mm.
tear it up because you don't know how to drive
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm not saying
Putting
that
the
you
wrong
you
damn gas
can't
in it.
get there,
Exactly.
but let's be realistic about what it is that you're looking for. And again, just because a
Mhm.
man doesn't have it now, that's not saying he won't have it in the future. There are plenty of
Yes.
hardworking men out here who have visions, who want to work and be in the best place in life that they can be, grow into, the true potential that they have.
Right.
Mm.
But a lot of men are misguided because they want to have a family and a wife and all that too. So it's kind of like for some of them, they have to, or they think they have to pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
When in all actuality, you can have both. You can have that great career and you can have that loving, wife and family. But
That equal mate.
you just got to
Mm-hmm.
choose the right one to help you get there. That's all.
Mm.
Whether you believe or whatever you believe, if you're not equally yoked, struggle of.
Hey,
Period.
yeah.
Period. And we're saying women, but men, same goes. Is if she's not there, doesn't mean she can't get there. And then a lot of y'all are overlooking the ones that are there because because we like snack cakes, ho hos, and ding dongs. We ain't running around here body by get your body.
Oh my God.
Is Life has a song called "My Baby." Check it out. If you haven't checked it out, check it out because that song, I think a lot of men with these unrealistic goals that a woman should have will put it in perspective for you.
For sure.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. And with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in, King and I Life podcast.
Yes, yes.
We are about to sign out. Y'all got any last words for the people?
Miss Phoenix?
Be good, do good. Be fly, live fly. Each one, teach one. Until next time.
I'll say don't beat yourself, treat yourself, love yourself.
Look here. If you ain't gonna be accountable for your own actions and choices, don't let nobody else be. And with that being said, it's the King and I Life podcast. Soul Touch the Poet here.
Your girl Phoenix.
And Son Tolex.
Hey, follow us on whatever podcast platform that you listen to podcasts on. Hit us up on that social media, all platforms. # King and I Life podcast. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll let y'all take the rest.
Oh yeah, we still trying to get that YouTube count up. So man, come on, y'all. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Help us get that, them numbers up, please.
Good night.
We'll holler at y'all.
Deuces.